Boko Haram taking responsibility of the attack. Borno State, as one state, has faced a lot of terrorist attack for almost 10 years or more. Now, this terrorist attack that took place yesterday night affected places like the University Teaching Hospital, the post office, and as well the market, right? And about 20 people were said to lose their life, and about 100 people have been hospitalized who have been severely injured. Now, also amongst those who lost their life is said to be a military personnel. Right. So this is not actually all I'm talking about today. I'm now talking about the reaction from the government, especially the presidency. Now, the presidency has actually left the country for an official visit in the UK. So this is raising questions from critics, from the public, asking, should the president be exiting the country less than 24 hours after a terrorist attack? What does this say to us, Nigeria? When a country is under attack, where should our leadership be? With us, right? And I'm not talking being here to carry guns with us or to solve the problem immediately, but being emotionally present, right? So that those who have lost their life feel, or their families feel valued, feel like we mean something to Nigeria and we mean something to our leadership, right? Now, looking at this from a public perception, this could mean two things. One, to an average public Nigeria, or to the public, it might mean that the government does not know our reality. It means there's a neglect of our reality, of what we are going through in Nigeria. Because if we are going through terrorist attack and in less than 24 hours ago, people lost their life and the president has traveled out of the country. But on the side of the government, what would they be saying to the public? Would they be saying that, oh, we've already planned this, so we have to go for it, right? You don't know what the plans are. We don't know what the reason behind this official visit. But whatever it might be, to Nigerians, we believe or will be expecting from our leadership to be present in a critical time like this. Now, these are the things that leads to distrust between the leaders and the people. Because when the people begin to view the government or the leaders from the point of view of people that do not place value on their lives and properties, then there will be a disconnect between both parties, right? As well, the government or the presidency is yet to come out to make an official announcement or statement about this, right? It is expected that when something like this happens, the government should be able, or the presidency should be able to go live, maybe on the national television, streamed live on online platform, and address this, making the terrorists know that, look, you've come into our territory, you've come into our country, you've taken life, you've destroyed properties, we are going to come after you, right? But in situations where the government just going on to put maybe a Twitter post or an Instagram post about 3 to 4 hours ago, almost 8 hours or 10 hours after the attack, it goes on to question the value that has been placed on the citizen by the government. Now, let's talk about what this means to the terrorist group and the hostile party. To them, it might mean two things. It might mean, if the government of this country still take on the decision to, you know, exit the country, I'm talking about the president, in times like this, it means two things. One, they probably have systems and structure put in place to tackle any security threats that might come at the country, even in the absence rather, of the president. So this might be the Nigerian president saying to us that, look, I don't care what you do. I have built system and structure that can tackle you even in my absence as a president. But on the other side, it might also mean to them that we are dealing with a government that does not understand urgency. Because when there's a tragic attack like this, a terrorist attack that took lives of civilians and as well military personnel, with hundreds of people being hospitalized after the attack, properties being destroyed, business places, and people's source of income, they would expect that that would be top of the list of the priority of the government. So, but when the government of that country still goes on a trip, like we're saying, that's the president, then they might be seeing it as these people don't understand urgency. And as well, they might see it like these people don't place priority or value on their citizens. So we can just do as we like. Nothing is going to happen, right? and that is not good. As well, when terrorists gets the wind or perceives the situation like a lack of leadership, presence of leadership, or inefficient leadership. That means when the president is not around, constitutionally, there are a lot of decisions that the vice president cannot take, except he's been handed temporarily the position or the right of the presidency by the president. If not, he cannot give, some rules or some law, or give, the military a go ahead to carry out something like that. And when military perceives that there is an inefficient presence of leadership in the country, they might take it as a goal to start, attacking different sector of the country, and might lead to loss of life and properties more than we've seen, in recent times. Now, what does this mean to the international world, diplomats, and maybe just foreigners who are watching and looking at what is happening in Nigeria currently? To them, diplomats, it might mean two things. It might mean the Nigerian government saying to terrorists that you might have come into our country, you might have attacked our citizens, killed people, hospitalized some, destroyed properties, but we will not let you destroy our system. We will not let you destroy or disrupt our system. So diplomats might be looking at it from the harm of Nigeria is saying to these people, we are not going to let you threaten us. Our activities, our political, presidential activity is going to go on as it has been prepared to do so. And we are going to still deal with you because we have system and structure laid down to do that. But to foreigners, those who are necessarily not diplomats, who will not be looking at it from the point of view of maybe a diplomat or someone who understands insecurity and governance, they might just be looking at, so you prioritize traveling, official visits over your citizens who have been killed. Because if we look at other parts of the world, when there's a terrorist attack, immediately the president is going on to say, we're hearing on the news, the president is suspending his visit to this place, to that place, while they tackle this insecurity issue head on. But in Nigerian situation, the president is actually taking an official visit over the lives and properties of its citizens. That is what it's going to be looking to. An average foreign person who does not understand diplomacy, or who wouldn't be coming from the perspective of a diplomat. And also, the global world might begin to view Nigerians as, or Nigeria as, a country that does not value its security and its local territory. It means